The iPhone 15 Pro Max is finally here. Did Apple deliver the exciting upgrades we were hoping for? The iPhone 15 Pro Max has now launched with some major new features. In this video, we'll take a look at the top upgrades on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, including the new titanium frame, powerful A17 chip, upgraded 48-megapixel camera, action button, and more. We'll give you a rundown of all the most exciting additions to Apple's latest flagship phone for 2023. Let's dive in and see if the iPhone 15 Pro Max lives up to the hype. At first glance, the 6.7-inch OLED Super Retina XDR display may look familiar. It still has that buttery smooth 120Hz promotion refresh rate that makes everything look silky smooth. And the colors pop thanks to extreme dynamic range. But while the core display tech is similar, Apple has made some subtle but important upgrades here. The bezels have slimmed down even further for a truly immersive viewing experience. By reducing the borders, you get more screen real estate without increasing the overall size of the phone. Apple has also doubled down on durability. They claim this is the toughest display on any smartphone, thanks to enhancements to the ceramic shield. We'll have to wait for drop tests to confirm, but so far Apple displays have lived up to their durability hype. One unique addition is the new standby mode. Prop your phone up landscape while charging, and the always-on display transforms into a customizable bedside clock and widget station. It's a clever way to take advantage of that massive display. The other big change is, of course, the titanium frame. The brushed edges and lightweight feel make this one gorgeous phone to look at and hold. The iPhone 15 Pro Max display has always been stellar, but it feels like Apple took it up a notch this year with the surrounding design. If you want the very best display experience Apple offers, the refinements on the iPhone 15 Pro Max make a compelling case to upgrade. Subtle changes lead to big improvements. Now, picking up from the stellar display upgrades, let's shift our focus to the all-new design of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The obvious head-turner is the titanium frame, which gives the phone a truly premium look and feel. The brushed metal finish on the edges is subtle yet stylish, and by using titanium, Apple pulled off a design paradox. The lightest Pro Max ever that still feels incredibly durable. Apple also embraced a more ergonomic form by slightly rounding the edges. This, along with the reduced bezels, makes the iPhone 15 Pro Max fit nicely in your hand despite the spacious 6.7-inch screen. One clever redesign is replacing the mute switch with the customizable action button. You can instantly launch the camera, dictate voice memos, enable accessibility features, and more. It adds functionality without complicating the streamlined design. While the changes seem minor on the surface, they add up to make the iPhone 15 Pro Max feel like a refined version of an already amazing device. The titanium gives it a true premium feel, while the attention to ergonomics and details like the action button make it Apple's most user-friendly Pro Max yet. If you want the pinnacle of smartphone hardware, look no further. The rumors have become reality. The iPhone 15 Pro Max now features a USB-C port. After sticking with Lightning for so long, Apple finally responded to calls for USB-C in Europe and beyond. On the iPhone 15 Pro Max, USB-C enables super fast 10 billion of bits per second data transfer and connectivity. That's up to 20 times faster than Lightning. So syncing and transferring files to external drives is incredibly quick. USB-C also enables fast charging. Apple says you can charge the iPhone 15 Pro Max up to 50% in just 30 minutes with the right accessories. The port may have changed, but MagSafe charging is still supported as well for even more flexibility. This switch is sure to make iPhone fans happy. USB-C means the iPhone 15 Pro Max works seamlessly with the latest MacBooks, iPads, and accessories. No more fumbling for different cables. And the speed improvements are game-changing. Photos and videos transfer in a flash now. It took a while, but the wait for USB-C was worth it. Jumping from the USB-C port, let's turn our attention to the upgraded camera system on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. At first glance, you still get the triple camera array, main, ultra-wide, and telephoto lenses, but dig deeper into the specs and you'll see major improvements. The star of the show is that 5x optical zoom telephoto lens. By using a clever tetraprism design, Apple pulled off 5x optical zoom in the slim iPhone body, getting you way closer to the action. This gives the Pro Max a leg up on the smaller Pro model stuck with 3x zoom. The main 48 megapixel camera can now switch between 24mm, 28mm, and 35mm focal lengths. So, you get more flexibility in framing shots while still capturing incredibly detailed 24 megapixel images. Low light performance gets a boost too thanks to the new photonic engine. Some of the coolest upgrades are in portrait mode. You can now add depth effects to pick shot in regular mode after the fact. And Apple uses machine learning to make portraits more true to life with enhanced lighting and skin tones. Video gets an upgrade too with support for spatial audio capture and some slick new stabilization features. While retaining the same triple camera setup, Apple made lots of smart enhancements under the hood. Low light shots and portraits look better than ever, and that 5x optical zoom on the Pro Max is a big deal. The iPhone camera system just keeps getting smarter. Transitioning from the camera upgrades, let's unpack the power inside the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the all-new A17 Pro chip. At just 3 nanometer, this is the first smartphone chip fabricated at such an impressively small process node. That means big gains in efficiency and performance packed into a tiny chip. The 6-core CPU promises up to 10% faster processing speeds, perfect for crunching through demanding tasks and games. And the GPU gets a 20% boost in graphics power, fueled by Apple's custom shader architecture. But the real showstopper is the 16-core neural engine, which is twice as fast as before. Machine learning tasks will fly through this Silicon Brain's trust. Apple is putting that power to work in the camera for stunning computational photography. Between the bleeding-edge 3 nanometer process, amped-up cores, and enhanced neural engine, the A17 Pro unlocks new experiences like full-fat console games on iPhone. Apple partnered with major studios to optimize hits like Resident Evil 4 Remake for the raw power of the A17 Pro. Mobile gaming just got a lot more immersive. With each new chip, Apple pushes what's possible on iPhone to the next level. The A17 Pro continues that trend in a big way. Blazing fast performance, groundbreaking efficiency, and advanced machine learning give the iPhone 15 Pro Max specs that rival many laptops. If you want no compromise power, this chip delivers. Building on the A17 Bionic, let's look at battery life and charging on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. While Apple hasn't shared full battery specs, they claim up to 29 hours of video playback, a nice bump over the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So you can expect all-day endurance even with heavy use. The previous Pro Max model clocked an excellent 13+ hours in our web surfing battery test. We'll have to run the new model through its paces, but it should at least match, if not exceed, that impressive runtime. Charging speed hasn't dramatically changed. 20 watts wired and 15 watts wireless charging are still plenty fast, if not record-breaking. But compatibility with the new Qi 2 standard means you can charge wirelessly at up to twice the speed with supported MagSafe chargers. A nice perk. Real-world battery life is about more than milliampere hour capacity though. Efficiency gains in the A17 Bionic translate to less power draw. And iOS 16 introduces battery-saving modes to squeeze out even longer runtime when you need it. While the battery upgrades aren't as dramatic as the new titanium design or A17 chip, the iPhone 15 Pro Max still promises to deliver that unmatched Apple battery optimization. Long runtime when you need it paired with quick refueling when plugged in. Like the other iPhone 15 models, the iPhone 15 Pro Max launches with iOS 17 as its software. New features in iOS 17 include the Journal app for digital well-being, live voicemail transcriptions, name drop for easily transferring calls, and standby mode on the always-on display. There are no iPhone 15 Pro Max exclusive software features revealed yet, but expanded dynamic island capabilities and satellite connectivity for emergency assistants are expected across the iPhone 15 lineup. iOS 17 promises welcome enhancements tailored specifically for the powerful A17 Bionic chip. And Apple's tight integration of software and hardware continues to deliver the best user experience on iPhone.